Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. This is a customer request we're going to work on. I'm going to show you how to fix or set a bail spring where you have a standing spring driving the trip arm here. And it comes in two flavors. There's one where you'll have a Z-bar kind of a deal. There'll be a bar that goes down and acts as the trip lever and nests inside the arm, and a spring driven on this side. And then there's another one like this Daiwa, where it's a single piece action and a bar actually comes through. Let's see if we can kind of get that to happen. It comes through and it activates a little lever below. But the question from the viewer was the attachment up top, and so we'll share that with you. Let me see if I can unwrap that. So let's go over to this one. This one happens to be a South Bend reel. And I always suggest, if you have the ability to take the bail wire off when working on setting a spring, go ahead and do that. It just makes it a whole lot easier. And most of the bails these days have that ability right on the trip arm. You also need to take off the side plate cover, as I've done before this. I'm just going to put these pieces into my ever-present case so that I don't lose them. Alright, let's go underneath and I'll show you the mechanics of it. I'll try and do both of these. Alright, so underneath here, this is where folks normally get hung up. All of a sudden I've got a trip arm, I have a spring, I have a leg from that spring on there, and trying to figure out how that works. Well, underneath the arm you'll see a hole and you'll see an elongated indentation. The hole is for the little stud on that spring, and the indentation is for the right angle that's coming up on that trip lever bar. So your trip lever bar typically is going to have two sides to it. It's going to have a long side and a short side, and for illustration purposes that piece is going to be riding in here. It's going to be riding in the groove, and the little stud piece, I'll take that out of the spring for a moment. That little stud piece is going to be riding right there. And the little stud piece is going to be riding right in that little indentation. So it's going to be stud goes in here, stud up, long side through the channel, short side up top. And you always want to set your bail in a neutral position. This is neutral. This would be loaded. You don't want to go over and try and load the tension on the spring. You want to have the least amount of tension, which in this case will be with the resting position. So kind of eyeballing it now. You're going to put the leg of the stud into that hole. Hard to do this when I'm trying to do this for the camera, but let's take it out. Stud in the bottom, spring into the hole, coming across, and then once you have that, all you have to do is press down and come over, just like I had done there. So we'll show you again. So we have the stud up top. You're going to find the position for the stud. Hard for camera and me to work the same way. Let's do it this way. Stud, neutral position, press down, and you're loaded. Okay, one more time. In the hole, spring on the stud, carrier, neutral position, set. All right, well, we did it 3 times. 3 times is a charm. I'm going to put that back on. This little plastic carrier. Wrong screw. Okay, and then with that on, then it's a flip up. That presses this down into the rotor, and then it trips back. So tighten it a little bit, down, back. Okay, so then we just want to reattach the bail. Grab the little collar, grab the little insert, bring it over to where we were with the pin, tie that back in, and that's how you set it on the south bend. Let's go over to the Daiwa then. I'll put it all the way back. So the secret with bails is always be into the bail springs. Always use the neutral position. If you ever try to load in the full out position, all of this is going to be is trouble. Okay, over to the Daiwa then. So this is a single thing, but it's still kind of the same idea. I'm going to pull the screw out of the bail arm so we can take the pressure off of the bail wire. Just going to try and move that out of the way. Let's pull that pull the bail arm off to show you the setup here. Now, I think the fellow who has this actually has an Okuma, but the principles are basically the same. Okay, take the arm off. You'll see a little stud up top. Again, we're in a neutral position here. In this case, we have a block. So if you have a block with a stud on it, that block is going to ride in that hole there. Sometimes easier said than done. We have a spring and we have a metal stud that drives into there. Inside the spring, into the carrier, put it to the right side of your piece, and again we're going to locate the hole. We're going to be in a neutral position, and we're simply going to push down until it runs over the mounting screw there. So we're going to grab the hole, neutral position, push down, and that's it. It's pretty much as simple as that. Again, let me just do that for you in case you thought it was magic or something. So we have the block is sitting in that hole. We have the long screw with the metal bar coming through it. You locate the hole here. You tap to the neutral position, which is going to be up. Connect the stud, drop it in. third time's a charm, right? I'm going to do this again. Take it all apart. We have the block in this case, and sometimes that block is not going to be a stud. It'll be some other kind of connector, but it'll always be a connector. You have your block, spring, metal bar with the stud, arm with the hole, and this has got a clip in it similar to what you saw with the metal bar. That clip is going to ride in the channel here. Just trying to keep this in camera view here. Stud up. Into the hole. Neutral position. Push down and in. Lock. And put your screw back in. And now you have a bail spring that's loaded. You can see how it loads and locks. I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions on these types of things, let me know. We'll try and answer them for you. We'll try and help you through your projects. I know that some of these become quite difficult from time to time, and to the extent that I can help you get through them, then that's what I'll try and do. All right, there's a little ball bearing that goes in here for the line guide. Which goes nests in here. Bearing goes on this side. Little washer, line them up, lock and load, and we'll have a bail. So 2 different sets, but pretty much common sort of a theme running there. And if that's your issue, I hope that I helped you resolve that. So over the top here, underneath. Tie down screw, and that's it. So this is the Daiwa Regal I was working on here. I was also working on a South Bend. If you find yourself with either one of those spring loaded mechanisms for the bail, then these should help you and hopefully solve your problems for you. So with that, I'm going to thank you for watching. If you have a reel that you need repaired, if you don't feel like working on it yourself, I do repair reels by mail, and I would be happy to work on yours if you would like me to. So this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Please stay safe during the pandemic.